Hi and welcome back to another Stained Canvas. Today I'm going to show you how I did this year's holiday cards for everyone. And it's very simple, easy for beginners. It's acrylic paint. First off, we have some Payne's Gray, some Prussian Blue Hue, and some titanium white. You're also going to need an old toothbrush, a fan brush, and then just a regular paintbrush. So first off, I started out with a card, like a plain card, and then I'm taking some Payne's Gray and I'm just putting it at the top and the bottom, like about a centimeter thickness for each of them, because this is going to be the darkest part of the cards. And I'm just putting a really nice, it doesn't have to be very thin. We're working with it wet. And when I add the other colors as well, it's going to be wet because I want to have a blending of all the colors all together. So this is real time. I'm just cleaning my brush and I'm switching now to the Prussian blue, and I'm going to go down quite a bit more with the Prussian blue. I want to kind of have like a night sky and then like the earth. So right now I'm doing the sky, and I want to blend up here with the Payne's Gray and the blue. And then when you see me coming down, like as I am right now, I'm bringing the paint down. It's going to look a little bit more blue. I'm not going all the way down to the bottom though. I want to leave about an inch of white. And you'll see me stop a little bit more than halfway down the piece of paper. And then I'm going to come up from the bottom and do the same at the bottom. So I'm going in with my blue and I'm bringing it up, but I want to leave that inch of white. I don't want to put any blue in that area. And I'm just evening out the top part, the sky part here. And then once this is done, I'm going to wash my brush off, and I'm going and I'm grabbing some titanium white. Now we're just going to put it right in this area here. And again, I'm just going back and forth with it, and I'm spreading it out. And then you'll see once I get into touching some of the blue, it's going to blend and make it really soft edges, and I want that. I also want to do that for the bottom, but there's a little trick here I'm going to show you in a second. You have to flip your brush over because the blue is only on part of your paintbrush. See this? So I flip it over because I don't want a blue streak down the center of my white titanium paint. So I'm going to flip it every time I move from top to bottom. I flip it over so that I'm not getting blue mixed in. So this makes kind of very soft edges where the white meets the blue, and that's kind of what you want. And I'm going to rinse my brush off, and I'm going to go in just with a little bit of moist brush. I just want to spread it up a little bit more and down a little bit more. So I want to have that kind of spread really gradually, really nicely. Now rinse off my brush, and I'm going to go in with a fan brush with the Payne's Gray. So here's my fan brush, and I'm just picking up some Payne's Gray. And then we're going to go in and do the details. So the first step is figuring out like where the ground is. So I'm just going to make a line just above the light blue, below the white, kind of in the middle there. And this is going to be the earth, like the ground. And I want it just to go about halfway. I'm not going all the way across my card. And it's okay if it's not a perfect line, because this is like a snowy landscape kind of thing, and snow makes bumps in vegetation, and nothing looks perfectly black or perfectly white or whatever. Like, you always get those value differences inside. So I'm going to take the very edge of my fan brush and I'm making the trees. So I'm not using the entire fan brush. I'm literally just using the edges of my fan brush because I want it to be like pine trees. So you're having like the pine branches, and they are all different. And the best part about this technique is every tree is different. You can make two cards and do like the same two trees and same whatever, but the trees will look completely different because it's a very abstract way of painting them. So I'm going to go in and put a couple of trees, and that's all I'm doing right now. I'm just using the very edge of the fan brush, and I am flipping it over because the titanium white is still wet. Like, we're just going in. We're not letting anything dry. It's fine. I find it looks better when it's a little bit more messy. You don't really need to be very perfect with this technique. And I'm even going to do a little bit of a bush, like a little, tiny little thing on the end here. It's like a little tall grass area right about here. Now we're going to wash the brush, and I'm going to pick up some of the titanium white, because what we have to do is show the highlights. So show the spots where the sun or the light from the night stars or whatever is bouncing off of the snow. So I go in and I cleaned my fan brush, and I have the titanium white in there, and I'm just doing the right side edge, because right side in the top is where my North Star is going to be, and that's where the light is coming from. It's the same as if you were doing shadows in a daytime kind of painting, but this one is going to be in the winter and at night. So the sun is shining and just brightening up those branches that have like snow on them, and you can even add a little bit of white into the tall grass area down at the bottom, and add little, grassy bits. Like, it makes it look like there's some long grass and little bushes down at the bottom of the trees. So once I've done that, I'm going to rinse off my brush, and I'm going to get a little tiny brush. I have a very detailed brush here, and I've just picked up some titanium white, and I'm going to make a very small little dot wherever I want my North Star to be, and just make a dot. And then you're going to very gently bring up the paint and make it into a point on the top, on the bottom, and on both sides. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to add the little shine part off of in between those intersections. So you'll see here, after I do this point here, I'm adding little twinkly lines right off of the main star part. And that just kind of insinuates that it's a super shiny, bright star. So this is almost finished now, guys. Like, it's only been 7 minutes in and we almost finished our card. What I'm doing, you can't see, is I'm loading up my toothbrush. It's an old new toothbrush, and I'm just flicking. So I want to add the night sky, like the stars up in the sky. If a little bit of speckles get on the bottom, that's fine, because you know what? It could be snowing outside. Who knows what it's doing? But I'm just adding in the stars right now. And that's it. That's all you have to do. This is the nighttime star sky card that I've created. You just gotta let this dry, take the paint or the tape off so that the paint doesn't dry to the tape, and away you go. That's it. You've made a card in 8 minutes. Simple, easy peasy. And I think it looks fantastic. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys like and subscribe. Bye for now.